you have an amazing brand.
I appreciate it.
Before we start really talking about it, take us back just a few steps prior to that. What were you doing before you started, creating this dope clothing line that you have?
Well, by trade, I'm a firefighter.
What?
Yeah, I'm a firefighter.
Man, salute you.
I appreciate it.
Major salute to you.
Yeah,
wow, okay.
Well,
I don't know if I ever really met a firefighter before.
Yeah, and I don't really tell that, but, it ain't no secret. One thing about it is, it was an easy transition from me being an athlete.
Yeah.
I never seen myself wearing no suit and no tie, punching no clock.
Understood.
And with me being a firefighter, that whole schedule fit what I had going on outside of my job.
Understood.
I never wanted to lock into a job, but I wanted a job for the insurance, the benefits, and everything like that.
Right.
And then it's actually a cool job that goes hand in hand with my actual personality.
Yeah.
I have, giving, helping spirit about myself.
You really out here saving lives.
Yeah, I am, literally. And that's where it all ties back into the power of hands, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you look at my logo called the power of hands, it represents one hand reaching down, one hand reaching up. We all done been in each and one of these areas before.
Yeah.
Wherever you at in your life
Absolutely.
right now, you can relate to this logo.
No, that's facts. We've
Yeah.
all been in positions where we had to reach and help someone, or we had to reach for help.
Exactly.
100%.
Let me tell you a fun fact, right? You know why the hands ain't touching? Because that represents potential.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Love that.
Because it requires potential for me to reach down,
Yeah.
and it also requires potential for me to reach up. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. How did you come up with the concept?
I'm just a creative by nature. I roll
Yeah.
out of the bed and do dope shit every day. I ain't lying. That's just really what it was. And when I was actually carving out exactly what I wanted to do, it just came natural. I can't tell you exactly how it came with my logo and the whole origin of the brand I have. It's an acronym actually. Love for Crew means life, understanding values, creatively restoring unity.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's deep.
It is.
It's not just
It is.
a name. Some people have brands and it's just simply that, a name, which is cool.
Yeah.
But I love when there's meaning behind it.
Yeah, it's for sure got a meaning. And 4 represents 4 seasons. So
Yeah.
I want to feel responsible for swagging and dripping out the culture all 4 seasons.
Period.
And on top of that, 4 quarters make $1, right? So,
You really thought all this through.
Yeah, I
You
did.
got a marketing mind.
I do. I'm pretty marketing savvy.
Yeah, and that's important when you're a brand owner. You have to have that marketing behind it, because you could have the dopest whatever, whether you're an artist, you got the dopest music, or you could be a fashion designer or whatever it is. But if you don't put the marketing and promo behind it, doesn't matter.
Yep,
No one's gonna
yep.
know about it.
And that's what we pride on. I mean, you look at our pages, look at the way I construct the landscape of our pages on Instagram, Facebook, and everything. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's not all over the place. All my pictures are professional. I ain't taking no goofy selfies. Nothing like that. Like, I take pride in actually, everything is a rollout. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the way I drop my clothes and for the brand is in capsules. You know what I'm saying? I call my collections capsules.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Because what you want to do, you don't want to oversaturate yourself in the game. So you want to give them just enough to keep them interested.
Absolutely.
Especially at this stage in the game. It's so early, you'll burn yourself out.
Absolutely.
And I think with a lot of new artists, musically, fashion, whatever, they get so caught up in the microwave era and trying to overproduce that they burn themselves out. The world ain't even caught you yet. Like your first go round. I want to make sure that my first go round, before I start my second go round, that I done left an imprint.
Absolutely.
Before I move on, so I won't burn out and start second guessing my creativity.
I love that you're just moving so strategically with it, and you're trusting the process rather than rushing the process.
Exactly. I like to just say something like, I'm taking the stairs, not the elevator.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't want to miss out on no steps and lessons in the game.
Yes.
Yeah, I want it all, the good, the bad, and everything that comes with the game. I'm built for it.
Absolutely, and I would imagine that no matter what brand or what business you get in, like there's so much to learn.
It is.
Like so much to learn. Like you said, you want to take them steps, the stairs, rather than taking the elevator, because you don't want to miss anything.
Yeah, because the game will tell on you and it'll turn on you.
Right.
Because one thing about it is you can be too successful. See, a lot of people don't understand that philosophy. You can be too successful too fast. one thing about this culture and this, urban culture, they want to feel like they're growing with you.
Yeah.
Once they feel like you've outgrown them, or they no longer have a hand in your success, they'll stop supporting you.
Absolutely.
So,
Man, you just said a mouthful right there. That is such major facts. You're right, because unfortunately, there's a lot of people out here who they want to be on the forefront of everything.
Exactly.
They don't want anybody helping them. Yeah. And if they don't feel like they're an important part of what you got going on, they don't want to be a part of it at all. That's crazy. It's like when you have a team of people, everybody needs to know what their role is and annihilate that role.
Exactly.
But there's a lot of people out here, unfortunately, they don't have those type of mindsets.
And that's the separation.
That's the separation there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you've got a quality brand.
Thank you.
Let's talk about it. Because, again, there's a lot of people out here who do what I do. A lot of people do what you do. Yeah. It's a matter of setting yourself apart.
Exactly.
Making yourself stand out.
Well, what I like to try to do, I just take an interest in striking at what I'm doing first.
Yeah.
What I find out with a lot of up and coming, they try to stick their hands in too many baskets. You know what I'm saying? Without striking first.
Yeah.
My philosophy is this: if I strike at what I'm doing that I wake up and do every day, if I strike at that, everything beyond my wildest dreams will come true.
Yeah.
Next day I go from fashion designing to doing movies.
There you go.
It's just, that's the transition. You have to be successful at something to kick the door in for everything else you want to do. And I think a lot of people, they put the cart before the horse, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
As far as
you got so much wisdom.
Well, I appreciate it. I was just raised right, and I'm not ashamed of it. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with both of my parents.
That's beautiful right there.
And my dad, hard nosed, my mom, savvy, business savvy. I just grew up getting a lot of game.
That's something to brag about.
I do.
That's something to brag about, really, because a lot of people unfortunately didn't grow up in a 2-parent household.
Yeah.
I was like you, blessed, had both my parents, and they instilled so much into me. My dad was one of the main reasons I did move here, because he encouraged me.
Oh yeah.
Go for it.
Exactly.
This is what you want to do. I know you can make it happen. Go for it. So that's beautiful right there.
People just gotta stay true to themselves.
Yeah.
I think we're living in a world where everybody want to be somebody they're not, and they getting spanked behind it. You can't do that. Like, you outside your element nowadays. The penalty is your life, and you gotta take your life serious nowadays.
Yes.
Yeah, because when you out your element, you doing something that ain't nobody accustomed to seeing you do. That's what getting people killed.
It puts you in a dangerous position.
Puts you in a dangerous situation. So
Absolutely.
you just got to embrace your truth. I suggest everybody out there in the world, embrace your truth. You know what I'm saying? And free yourself from anything stereotypical about anything. If that's you, and you wake up and you do that every day, that's you.
Absolutely. No, you are absolutely right. And just to touch on that ever so slightly, what you said is true, because there's so many young men, I want to say more so men, getting their lives taken from them senselessly because they're putting themselves in a bad predicament, wearing huge chains and stuff. People want that. They're going to try to take it from you.
Rest in peace, PNB Rock, man.
You see, I got my Lucci plaque up there. That was one of my favorite songs where he featured PNB Rock. That's my first plaque I got right there.
That was tragic what happened to him.
So sad.
They're knocking a lot of our brothers down, man. This rap game and this whole culture, it's a dangerous culture to be in. That's why when you decide to be a part of this culture, you have to move in such a strategic way where it kind of keeps you out of the...
Talk about it. That's facts.
Serious out here.
You do. Like, you literally have to move with your head on a swivel.
Oh, yeah.
When I first moved to Atlanta, I already knew, coming out here, I didn't really know a lot of people. I knew a handful of people, and I was like, you know what? I have to make sure that every time I go somewhere, I gotta, really study, where am I going?
Yeah.
Am I going to a safe place? Yeah. Am I gonna walk out of there and, because my car got broken into 3 times the first year that I was here. But I learned, okay, I'm not going there again.
Oh yeah, it's like that.
But it could
do your homework.
Absolutely, but it could be anywhere you go. Like you said, you just got to do your homework, because it's crazy. But yeah, we have to move strategically out here.
Got to.
Let's talk about the fire brand, man, because I've seen some people who got some stuff that's mediocre, but this is top notch, quality.
Appreciate that. And it's just a reflection of the fact that I'm not in a rush. Love for Crew ain't in no rush.
Yeah.
I'll use an example like Virgil, Off-White. You can't tell Virgil or anybody in Off-White Gucci when to drop.
Right, absolutely.
Right? You got to condense and train the people to prepare themselves for what you're offering in the marketplace.
Yeah.
And when you do that and take that approach, it slows everything down so you're concentrating on all the right things.
Yes.
It's like instant way of scaling your business when you're just trying to perfect something.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't have to scale if you're going into it